Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here on Lakes Country 104.1 KSDM from the Rainy River, Minnesota North College Press Box, getting ready for today's home game for the International Falls Broncos baseball team, taking on the visiting Proctor Rails. I'm yours truly, Augie Schmidt, bringing you today's live coverage here today, and this is our pregame show. Coming up, we have our national anthem brought to you by local VFW Post 2948 and our Border Chevrolet GMC keys to the game. And then, as I mentioned, we're live here from the Rainy River, Minnesota North College Press Box. Every scoreboard update throughout today's contest is brought to you by Packaging Corporation of America. And every strikeout is brought to you by Service Master of International Falls. For a home professionally cleaned all year round, call Service Master at 218-283-4475. Todd and Gretchen are going to take great care of you. And then we have our post-game player awards, of course, our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game and the Domino's Pizza Player of the Game. We're going to take a quick step aside, and then when we come back, we have our pre-game show. I have my interview with head coach Blaine Humbert of the International Falls Broncos baseball team, and that'll take care of our Border Chevrolet GMC keys to the game here today. You're listening to Lakes Country 104.1 KSDM and also watching on yourliveevent.com.
Ready to ride into fall? Hi, this is Tony Skifstrom at Border Bank. Whether it's an ATV for backwoods thrills or a truck built for bonfire season, Border Bank makes it easy to gear up with a consumer loan that fits your lifestyle. Fast decisions, competitive rates, hometown service that goes the extra mile. So don't just rake leaves, run them over. Apply today at borderbank.com or come visit with me at the bank. Border Bank, customer first, community focused. Member FDIC.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
The unique strengths of Rainy River lie in the fact that you're going to be supported by faculty and staff, and you're going to be supported by the community.
You know all the professors by name, they all know you by name. We're not just a number, like we actually have a face to the name, which is honestly pretty good. I like it. I'm known, everybody else is known in the school. It makes it feel more comfortable to be here, especially being so far away from home.
I'm here with head coach Blaine Humbert of the International Falls Broncos baseball team, getting ready for their second game in a row here on Sheila Field. For one, it's a beautiful day, a little bit windy, and I wasn't too happy about the frost on my windshield this morning, but it's warmed up, thankfully, and getting ready to play some baseball today?
Oh yes, beautiful day finally. Weather yesterday wasn't that great, but you know it was good enough to get a game in, and it was a good result, so we're looking to keep that momentum rolling into today.
Speaking of yesterday's game, a big walk-off 6-5 win against Chisholm, and so what's something from that game that you want to see in your guys today?
Just the way we battled through adversity yesterday. Like we're up, I think 5-2, 5-3 at one point, and kind of let it slip away from us. They tied the game up, and then that's when like our guys finally locked in and just came together, and then had great at bats up at the plate, and just kept the line moving, and then got a lucky bounce there, and then got Carter Line to score for the game-winning run, so that was exciting.
Yeah, Emmett Olson also had a good day on the mound, 8 strikeouts, and so today you have Berglund starting on the mound, and what are you expecting to see from him?
Just strikes. You know, this is going to be his first time off the mound this year, and just looking for him to control the baseball, not looking for all of the speed, right? Just get it in the zone, make the hitters work, and make our defense work. We got a good defense behind him, so put them to work and get easy outs and keep that pitch count low.
I was going to say, it seemed like I have a really good defensive team. Had a lot of games where it's been down to the couple of those games. And so, what's been something that really has been a big difference maker for the team?
I just think reps. Like, we've only been out on our field, I want to say once or twice to practice, but when we're in the gym, we're always doing defensive work, and I think that's a big part of the game. Like, I'm a big believer in defense wins championships, right? You kind of saw that last night with the Timberwolves, right? That was a big W, and that was fun to watch. But yeah, it's like, we just got to keep going at it, and we got a young group of guys too. Like I told them yesterday, we got 3 8th graders playing varsity baseball. They're gonna make mistakes, and they need to stop being so tough on themselves and accept it. Like, this is a game where you're gonna go 3 for 10, 4 for 10, and you're gonna be great at this game. Yeah. You're gonna fail more than you succeed, and you just gotta stay positive and keep with it.
Yeah, speaking of the youth on the team, the 8th graders who are getting some varsity time this season, what has been some of the growing pains that you think they've dealt with really well?
It's a big question.
Sorry, I know you said no big question.
You're good. It's just getting out there, getting those butterflies out of their stomach, and I know they're probably coming into the year thinking I'm going to play some 7th and 8th grade baseball, but here they are out on the varsity field, and it's just getting acclimated with themselves and just battling through adversity, keeping their head high, and I don't know, I think we're going to be right where we want to be at the end of the season, so they just got to stick with it and look at all the positives.
Well, I want to thank you for your time. Wish you the best of luck today.
Perfect. Thank you, Augie.
Once again, that was my interview with head coach Blaine Humbert of the Inertia Falls Broncos baseball team. He is meeting with the Proctor head coach, Adam Shikes, at home plate with the meeting with the umpires as we get ready for this game here on Sheila Field from the Rainy River Minnesota North College Press Box. Start your voyage at the Rainy River campus. Your future awaits you right here in your own backyard. Rainy River Minnesota North College, 218-598-9300. Playing just behind me is the Broncos softball team over on their home field. They haven't been able to have too many home games themselves, so it's always nice to get these home games every once in a while. And to think we're going to have some action tomorrow on Sheila Field as well. The Rainy River baseball team, speaking of the Rainy River Minnesota North College Press Box, the Rainy River Voyagers baseball team is playing Masabi Range tomorrow on Sheila Field, and that game is also going to be their sophomore day where they will be celebrating 17 graduating sophomores. But let's lock back into today's game between the Inertia Falls Broncos and the Proctor Rails. Let's take a look at our batting lineups for today, starting off with Proctor because they will be batting to start this game, the first inning. They're going to be led off by their catcher, number 77, Brecken Ross. On deck is going to be number 23, the right fielder, Antrell Yoki. And in the hole, the shortstop, number 25, Owen Baker. In the 4 spot, it's number 24, the first baseman, Paxton Kozlowski. In the 5 spot, number 20, the designated hitter, Tommy Olson. In the 6th spot, number 16, Alize Yoki, who is going to be the third baseman for Proctor. The 7th spot is number 2, the pitcher, Paxton Gomez, who's starting on the mound for Proctor. The 8th spot is going to be number 30, the second baseman, Kelso Johnson. And rounding out the batting lineup for Proctor, number 3, the left fielder, Jax Hardy. And the center fielder, John Cordero, is their flex player. He's wearing number 11. Now looking at the Broncos batting lineup for today, leading off for them today, when we get to the bottom of the first inning, is going to be the catcher, number 17, Huxley Hergis. On deck, the second baseman, number 3, Emmett Levine. In the hole, the center fielder, number 7, Caleb Jocelyn. In the 4 spot, number 10, the left fielder, Aston Cosell. 5 spot is number 15, the pitcher for today, I believe getting his first start for the Broncos on the mound, Jack Berglund. And then in the 6th spot, number 13, the shortstop, Jens Bilbin. The 7th spot is number 18, Emmett Olson, who's playing third base, and he started on the mound for the Broncos yesterday against Chisholm. The 8th spot is going to be the number 25, Logan Nordby, who's playing designated hitter for the Broncos today. And rounding out the Broncos batting lineup, number 22, the right fielder, Kadem Siegert. And the first baseman, Brooks DeZiel, who's wearing number 20, is going to be the flex player today for the Broncos. As they are taking to the field, coming up, we have our national anthem brought to you by local VFW Post 2948. Join us for Burger Night and Karaoke. Of course, you heard earlier our Border Chevrolet GMC keys to the game with my interview with head coach Blaine Humbert. And other keys to the game today, well, it's a little bit of a warmer day, which is always very, very nice. And the wind will certainly play a factor here, but Broncos, they got to continue getting acclimated to playing on their home field. I know sometimes some divots out in the outfield, but also they got to play smart defensively, and they got to give support to their pitcher today, Jack Berglund. And so that's your Border Chevrolet GMC keys to the game. Once again, we're live here from the Rainy River, Minnesota North College press box. Start your voyage at the Rainy River campus. Your future awaits you right here in your own backyard. Rainy River, Minnesota North College, 218-598-9300. Of course, every strikeout in today's game is going to be brought to you by Service Master of International Falls. And after the game, we'll have our post-game player awards, our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, and the Domino's Pizza Player of the Game. Looking for a quick, easy, and delicious dinner? Then look no further than your local Domino's. With more than just pizza, Domino's is the perfect carry-out after the game or have it delivered. Great deals are always happening at Domino's, 283-3444. Make Domino's your lunch or dinner destination today. And of course, the Domino's Pizza Player of the Game will get a free Domino's Pizza. I need to make sure I have some left. I know we're waiting to get some more. Shout out down to Domino's. Thank you for giving out free pizzas to our star athletes for each of these spring games. And of course, every scoreboard update brought to you by Packaging Corporation of America. We're going to step aside once again. Coming up is our first pitch today. Are we skipping national anthems then? Are we not doing anthems? Okay, we're not doing anthems, so if we did have anthems, that would be brought to you by local VFW, post 2948. We'll be back in about 30 seconds to a minute.
Fall is a busy season for local businesses. New projects, fresh goals, and big ideas. At TrueStar, we understand what it takes to grow something real, because we're right here with you. I'm Ryan Tamevi with TrueStar. Whether you're expanding your shop, upgrading equipment, or planning ahead, we're here to help you move forward with a business loan that fits. TrueStar Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. Follow us on social media.
And we're back. A short break there as we get ready for our first pitch of today's varsity baseball contest between the International Falls Broncos and the visiting Proctor Rails. As I mentioned earlier, leading off for the Rails is going to be number 77, their catcher today, Brecken Ross. On deck, number 23, the right fielder, Antrell Yoki. And the hole, number 25, the shortstop, Owen Baker. Jack Berglund stepping on the mound first for the Broncos here today. With the start, he's looking to start things off strong for his team. And so first pitch just about underway. And here comes first pitch from Berglund to Ross. Throws it in. That's going to be fouled. So Brecken Ross starts with a 0-1 count. So foul leading to the first strike of the game. Broncos softball playing just behind us over on their field as well. I'll try and give some updates on them as well as Ross prepares for pitch number 2 from Berglund. That's going to be popped up in the air for another foul ball. And I heard a smack. Did someone get hit? That sounded painful. All right, I saw someone flinch. I hope no one got hit. 0-2 count for Brecken Ross. Well, that didn't sound like a bounce. Anyways, where was I? Oh, yeah. Pitch number 3 from Berglund to Ross. First at-bat of this game, and that's going to be in the dirt. Ball 1. 1-2 count for Brecken Ross. Once again on deck, number 23, Antrell Yoki. Berglund, pitch number 4. 1-2 count for Ross. Throws it in. That's going to be hit out towards left field. It stays in the infield, though. And that's going to be caught by the third baseman, Emmett Olson. That's going to be out on the fly. And so 1 out to start this top of the first inning for the Proctor Rails as Antrell Yoki steps into the batter's box for the visitors. And that's 1 down and 2 more to go for the Broncos defensively. First pitch from Berglund to Yoki. Looks to swing. That's going to be fouled. Just over the ball on that swing. Pitch number 2. 0-1. That's going to be hit. And that's going to be another high ball in the infield looking at the shortstop. And it is going to be caught by the Broncos shortstop, number 13. I almost said the wrong number. I was looking at the wrong number. Jens Bilbin getting the out on the fly. So that's 2 up, 2 down for the Proctor Rails at the plate as number 25, Owen Baker, the shortstop for the Rails, steps up to the plate for his first at-bat of the game. 2 outs with no runners on base. Bilbin throws it in. Not Bilbin. Berglund. That's going to be ball 1. Good eye by Owen Baker. 1-0 count to start. One and 0. Pitch number 2. Looks that one in. That's ball 1. Or excuse me, strike 1. Looking for Owen Baker. Berglund with the pitch. 1-1 count. That's in the dirt. Ball 2. 2-1 count for Owen Baker, showing good patience at the plate. He so far has yet to swing at a pitch from Berglund. So 2-1 count. On deck is number 27, Paxton Kozlowski, the first baseman. Pitch from Berglund. That's going to be chopped and fouled. So that's strike 2. 2-2 count for Owen Baker. So it's not a lack of contact from Proctor. It's just not having the contact they need, either a foul or a fly out. As Berglund throws it in. That's going to be a grounder over to third base. Emmett Olson fumbling a little. He throws it over, but can't get there in time. Safe at the bag. And Owen Baker gets a base hit single in his first at-bat of the game. So 2 outs with a runner at first. It's the first baseman, Paxton Kozlowski, stepping up to the plate for the Proctor Rails. On deck, number 20, designated hitter for the Rails, Tommy Olson. We're live here from the Rainy River, Minnesota North College press box. Runner at first base, 2 outs. First pitch to Kozlowski. Berglund throws it in. That's going to be hit, popped behind the plate, and even over our own press box here. So the Rainy River, Minnesota North College press box seems to have a force field that prevents the ball from getting to us. I say that now, but this is going to be that foul ball that ends up being aimed right at my face, and I'll still duck out of the way despite having this fence in front of me. Run to second, and looks like Baker's going to get the pass to second base. Count is 1-1 for Paxton Kozlowski. And later on in the lineup, we have Paxton Gomez, the pitcher. So Paxton and Paxton. Got to remember the difference here. Help me out here, folks. 2-1 count for Kozlowski. Still showing good patience at the plate with a runner at second base. As we get ready for pitch number 4 from Berglund to Kozlowski. Throws that one in. That's going to be looked in. Ball 3. 3-1 count for the first baseman. On deck, Tommy Olson. Looks like quick time called by the ump. Looks like we got just issue with one of the straps on the safety gear for our Bronco catcher today, Huxley Hergis. So just got to take a quick second there. Just waiting. Maybe we need some Jeopardy music or something. Anyone got the aux? Think he's got it. A part of me wants to say that we're going to step aside for 30 seconds, but right as I say that, of course, they get his padding fixed up. So we're going to get back into the action. It's a 3-1 count for the designated hitter, designated first baseman, Paxton Kozlowski. Runner at second base, 2 outs so far here in the top of the first inning. That's going to be certainly ball 4. Kozlowski ducking his head out of the way to avoid getting domed by a pitch that was wide to the right. So runners at first and second, 2 outs for the Proctor Rails as the designated hitter, number 20, Tommy Olson, steps into the batter's box. First pitch from Berglund. Looks it in, swing and a miss. That's going to be strike 1. Berglund just trying to find that rhythm again after that slight pause seemed to have put him out of his groove, and so now he needs to get back into his groove. So 0-1 count. 2 outs, runners at first and second. That's going to be hit, popped up in the air. Hergis is going to locate it, and he's going to catch out number 3, and that's going to be change of sides here. So after 5 batters stepped into the up to the plate, 3 of them were out on the fly. 1 got a single, and the other one got a walk. So we're going to go into the bottom of the first inning. Proctor Rails and Broncos tied 0-0 as the Rails leave 2 runners on base. So we're going to step aside for about a minute as we get ready for the bottom of the first inning. Leading off for the Broncos is going to be number 2, Huxley Hergis. On deck, number 17, Huxley Hergis. He's the catcher. That's the 2 I'm seeing. On deck, number 3, the second baseman, Emmett Levine. In the hole, number 7, the center fielder, Caleb Jocelyn. We'll be back after the break. You're listening to Lakes Country 104.1 KSDM and watching on yourliveevent.com.
Ready to ride into fall? Hi, this is Tony Skifstrom at Border Bank. Whether it's an ATV for backwoods thrills or a truck built for bonfire season, Border Bank makes it easy to gear up with a consumer loan that fits your lifestyle. Fast decisions, competitive rates, hometown service that goes the extra mile. So don't just rake leaves, run them over. Apply today at borderbank.com or come visit with me at the bank. Border Bank, customer first, community focused. Member FDIC.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Welcome back to the Rainy River, Minnesota North College Press Box. Start your voyage at the Rainy River campus. Your future awaits you right here in your own backyard. Rainy River, Minnesota North College, 218-598-9300. We're going to get into the bottom of the first inning. Leading off for the Broncos, number 17, the catcher Huxley Hergis, facing off against the Proctor pitcher, number 2, Paxton Gomez. Starting on the mound. On deck for the Broncos is number 3, Emmett Levine. In the hole, number 7, Caleb Jocelyn. Hergis stepping into the batter's box, a lefty hitter for International Falls. Every scoreboard update brought to you by Packaging Corporation of America, and every strikeouts. Once we have our first strikeout, that's going to be brought to you by Service Master of International Falls. First pitch from Gomez to Hergis. He's going to hit it. The first pitch out towards right field, right center, and it's going to get caught by the center fielder. So that's out on the fly. Hergis looking for the fence, but didn't have enough air under it or behind it, perhaps. And so caught by the center fielder, John Cordero, number 11. So 1 out for the Broncos as the other lefty hitter, number 3, Emmett Levine, steps into the batter's box. Broncos, they have 3 8th graders playing on their varsity squad this year. Certainly a young group here. First pitch from Gomez to Levine is ball 1. 1-0 count to start in his first at-bat of the game. 1 out so far, 1-0 count. That pitch is going to make it 1-1 as it's fouled by Levine. That one almost making it over to his own dugout. Levine, Caleb Jocelyn on deck for the Broncos, the number 7 center fielder. That's ball 2. 2-1 count for Levine. In the hole, number 10, the left fielder, Aston Cossow. Pitch from Gomez. That's going to be high. Ball 3. So 3-1 count. Emmett Levine, patient as always at the plate. Gomez taking a second, checking his laces, I think, is what he's doing. Might have been what he was doing. Gomez at the mound. Ready for pitch number 5. 3-1 count. Hergis is, Levine is going to swing at that one. That's going to be fouled. So now we got a loaded count. Levine certainly swung with a lot of confidence there, but ended up not going the direction he wanted it to. So with the loaded count, 3-2. Gomez is looking to try and keep Broncos off of the bases in this opening inning. Gomez with the pitch. That's going to be swing and a miss. Strikeout for Emmett Levine. That strikeout brought to you by Service Master of International Falls. For a home professionally cleaned all year round, call Service Master at 218-283-4475. Todd and Gretchen are going to take great care of you. Now it's time for the center fielder, number 7, Caleb Jocelyn, to take a swing at things. In his first at-bat of the game, 2 outs with no runners on base, looks the first one in. That's going to be strike 1. On deck is number 10, the left fielder, Aston Cossow. Pitch number 2 from Gomez to Jocelyn. He will hit that grounder, picked up by the shortstop. He stops it with his body, but an error on the infield allows for Caleb Jocelyn to be safe at first, thanks to the error in the infield. So, runner at first base for the Broncos, number 7, Caleb Jocelyn. And up next is number 10, the left fielder, Aston Cossow, in the hole, number 15, Jack Berglund. Cossow, a righty hitter for the Broncos. Broncos started their lineup with 3 back-to-back lefties, and now we have our righty stepping into the batter's box. And it looks like Jocelyn's actually going to be given second base, so it looks like, do I consider that a double, or do I still consider it a single? Because I guess fielding error double, perhaps. Either way, 2 outs, runner at second base, Caleb Jocelyn, Aston Cossow trying to send him around the bases and get the first score of the game on the PCA scoreboard. First pitch is ball 1. 1-0 count to start for Aston Cossow, the righty hitter. On deck, number 15, Jack Berglund. In the hole, number 13, Jens Bilbin. Pitch is going to be ball 2 for Cossow. Gomez needing to find his rhythm and ease it up a little in his start on the mound. 2 outs for the Broncos, 2-0 count for Cossow. Runner at second, that's going to be in the dirt, and it looks like it bounced off the foot of Brecken Ross, the catcher, and that allows for Caleb Jocelyn to steal third, getting a nice pass to the base. And it's 3-0 count for Aston Cossow on the verge of a possible walk in his first at-bat of the game. He's showing bunt, pulls it, and that's going to be a walk, and Caleb Jocelyn's going to make an easy approach up to the plate, and the Broncos are going to lead 1-0 in the bottom of the first inning on the PCA scoreboard as Jack Berglund steps up to the plate. Cossow walked in his first at-bat of the game, almost completely identical, actually, to the top of the first inning with the Proctor at bat, minus, of course, Caleb Jocelyn making it home, stealing first. That's strike 1 looking for Jack Berglund, the pitcher. Runner at first base, Aston Cossow. On deck is number 13, Jens Bilbin. Berglund at the plate, a righty hitter. Hits the second pitch. That's fouled, though. That's going to be strike 2 for Berglund. Pitch. That's going to be swung at, chopped, and fouled. Trying to keep it on the line of leading to third base, but ended up going too wide to the left, going over to the third base coach, actually, Blaine Humbert. So runner at first base, 2 outs, and that's strike 3 looking for Berglund. So that's going to be the second strikeout of the game. That's going to end the first inning. We're going to go into the second inning. The Broncos lead on the PCA scoreboard 1-0 over the Proctor Rails after Caleb Jocelyn was able to get a base hit single, was given second, stole third, and then was able to take home plate after a error at home, and that allowed for the Broncos to take the lead going into the second inning. We're going to step aside and get ready for that second inning of action here. Leading off for the Proctor Rails is going to be number 16, Alize Yoki. On deck, number 2, Paxton Gomez. In the hole, number 30, Kelso Johnson. You're listening to Lakes Country 104.1 KSDM and watching on YourLiveEvent.com. We'll be back after the break.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
The unique strengths of Rainy River lie in the fact that you're going to be supported by faculty and staff, and you're going to be supported by the community.
You know all the professors by name, they all know you by name. We're not just a number, like we actually have a face to the name, which is honestly pretty good. I like it. I'm known, everybody else is known in the school. It makes it feel more comfortable to be here, especially being so far away from home.
Fall is a busy season for local businesses. New projects, fresh goals, and big ideas. At TrueStar, we understand what it takes to grow something real.
It's the top of the second inning here. The Inertia Falls Broncos lead on the PCA scoreboard 1-0 over the Proctor Rails. And so now Proctor is looking to try and get on the PCA scoreboard themselves as number 16, Alize Yoki, steps up to the plate for his first at-bat of the game. He plays third base for the Rails. On deck is the pitcher, number 2, Paxton Gomez. In the hole, the second baseman, number 30, Kelso Johnson. For Berglund starting on the mound for the Broncos. Swing and a miss on the first pitch to Yoki. Had a very solid opening inning. Only had the one hit for Owen Baker. And defense was strong with 3 outs, both on fly balls. So that's ball 1, though, as that one was in the dirt and a little bit outside of the box for Yoki. So 1-1 count for Alize Yoki, the third baseman. That's going to be strike 2, swinging for Yoki, the third baseman. 1-2 count. Good old 1-2 punch, perhaps, for the Broncos, as Berglund is already having a good start on the mound. Berglund with the pitch. That's going to be swung at, chopped, and fouled. Unfortunate bounce there for Yoki, as he definitely could have had a good run to first base, but they ended up having a bounce that took her right outside of the line, and that's going to be a foul ball. He still gets to live and bat for another pitch from Berglund. This is pitch number 5, 1-2 count. Looks it in. That's going to be ball 2. 2-2 count now on the PCA scoreboard. Berglund trying to get his first strikeout of the game. 2-2 count. This is going to be pitch number 6 to Yoki. Or number 5, excuse me. And I'm going to say that's, I think, fouled or ball. Looks like that's going to be foul ball. Yep, foul ball. As he had tried to pull a swing, but the ball did end up hitting his bat on the way in. So, on one hand, unfortunate for Yoki, because that didn't end up being ball 3, but at the same time, he gets to live to bat another one as he swung and fouled the pitch that followed. This is going to be number, I lost track actually, probably pitch number 7 or 6. Berglund, awkward release there. That one ended up hitting the dirt quite a few feet in front of the plate. So, loaded count 3-2. Berglund just trying to not walk this lead off at bat for Alize Yoki. He will ground that one. Gets it past the infield out to the center fielder, Jocelyn. And so he'll get a single with that hit. So Proctor, so far, 2 hits in the game. For the Proctor Rails. No outs, runner at first base as the lefty, the pitcher, Paxton Gomez, steps into the batter's box for his first at-bat. Showed bunt, that's going to be strike 1 as he pulled his bat away. So 0-1 count for Gomez. On deck, Kelso Johnson, runner at first base, no outs. That's going to be ball 1. 1-1 count. So 1-1, the count for Gomez. Kelso Johnson on deck. Runner at first base, Alize Yoki. Looks like he's going to go for second with the steal. That's going to be good for the steal by Yoki. Throw a little too far to the right, as well as not able to get there in time, but solid throw from home plate by Huxley Hergis, the catcher for the Broncos. 2-1 count for Paxton Gomez as we have a runner at second base, no outs. That's going to be ball 3 looking Gomez. Good patience at the plate as he's letting his teammate do his thing. 3-1 count. No outs. Runner at second. Pitch from Berglund. Throws it in. That's going to be strike looking. 3-2 loaded count for Paxton Gomez. Gomez readying himself. Runner at second base, no outs. He's going to not swing at that one. That was smart. That was wide outside of the box. That's going to be ball 4. And now we have a runner at first and second with no outs. Paxton Gomez takes his base. Now stepping into the batter's box, the second baseman, batting righty, number 30, Kelso Johnson on deck. Number 3, the left fielder, Jax Hardy. In the hole, number 77, the catcher, Brecken Ross. No outs. That's strike 1 looking for Kelso Johnson. Pitch number 2 from Berglund. Looks like he's going to go for third. Oh, but goes between the legs of Hergis, so both runners able to cruise on over to the next base. So Alize Yoki at third and Paxton Gomez at second. No outs so far. It's 1-1 the count for Kelso Johnson in his first at-bat of the game here in the top of the second inning. PCA scoreboard says the Broncos lead 1-0. That pitch is going to go behind the head of Johnson. So not the best release with that one. So no outs so far. 2-1 count for Kelso Johnson. Berglund throws it in. That's in the dirt. That's going to be also past the glove of Hergis. And that's going to be a run scored by Alize Yoki with the ball getting past Hergis at home plate. So now it's a tied game. No outs so far for the Proctor Rails. Runner at third base. And a 3-1 count for Kelso Johnson. Berglund trying to stay strong. That one's going to be hit and kept in the infield. Just lands and fair. And error on the infield gives him the base. Berglund ended up overrunning the ball, and so ended up fumbling trying to pick it up and couldn't get the throw to first base in time. So now runners at first and third with no outs for the Proctor Rails in the bottom or top of the second inning. It's a tied game, 1-1, as Jax Hardy, number 3, steps up to the plate for the Proctor Rails. Berglund throws this one in, shows bunt, and good job by Hergis being a body in the way as Kelso Johnson takes his base at second. So runner at second and third, no outs so far. 1-0 count for Hardy. Jax Hardy looks that one off. That's ball 2. Two and 0 count. That's ball 3 for Hardy. 3-0 count. Runners at second and third. Tied game on the PCA scoreboard. Throws that one. That's in the dirt. That's going to be a ball. So, bases loaded for the Broncos. We're going to get a timeout in the infield. Coach Humbert trying to give a talk to his pitcher starting today, trying to let him, get him to ease up a little and let him know, like, hey, man, it's okay. Just got to lock in. And so, bases, like I said, loaded for Proctor. No outs. It's a tied game, 1-1, as we're back to the top of the batting order. Number 77, the catcher, Brecken Ross, is going to be batting for the Proctor Rails. And huddle breaks, and Broncos prepare for this upcoming second at-bat of the game for Brecken Ross. He was out on the fly in his first at-bat of the game in the first inning. So, that's in the dirt. Ball one. Or close to the dirt. 1-0 count for Brecken Ross. Bases loaded, no outs. Berglund, pitch number 2. In the second faceoff. That's going to be fouled. So 1-1 count for Brecken Ross. That one might have gone into the softball field. Speaking of softball, in the second inning, the International Falls Broncos lead over the visitors 4-0. That one's going to get hit towards the outfield. We'll see if it's located in time. It is. It's caught by Broncos. Oh, no, it's dropped. So it's fair. Kelso safe, and so was Paxton Gomez. That's a 2-run double for Brecken Ross. Caleb Jocelyn dropped the ball in the outfield. I thought for a second he might have had it, but unfortunately he didn't. And so now we have a 3-1 game. Proctor taking the lead in the top of the second inning on the PCA scoreboard as the righty hitter Antrell Yoki steps up to play for a second trip to the plate. Or was he out? Okay. So no outs still. That's strike one looking for Yoki. 0-1 count. That one was fouled. 0-2 count for Antrell Yoki. Still no outs for Proctor in the top of the second inning. After getting 3 runs, that's going to be another foul ball. So he stays alive for another pitch from Berglund. That's going to get hit, and looks like it's going to be close. And I think Caleb Jocelyn did get the catch. So redemption earlier. And it looks like they're going to say that he wasn't early on the tag up. So sacrifice fly by Antrell Yoki leads to a RBI for him. So runner at second base, Brecken Ross gets the pass over to third. It's 4-1. Lead for the Rails on the PCA scoreboard. All four of their runs came in this inning. That's going to get hit right to the Bronco third center fielder, Jocelyn, he stays busy. And Brecken Ross is caught at third. They're not able to get back in time after going early. So that's going to be out number 3. And so Broncos are going to have to come back now. 3-run deficit going into the bottom of the second inning. Leading off for International Falls is number 13, Jens Bilbin. On deck, number 18, Emmett Olson. In the hole, number 25, Logan Nordby. Bottom of the second inning, coming right up for you guys, listening and watching on Lakes Country 104.1 KSDM, as well as on yourliveevent.com. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
With you. I'm Ryan Tamevi with TrueStar. Whether you're expanding your shop, upgrading equipment, or planning ahead, we're here to help you move forward with a business loan that fits. TrueStar Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. Follow us on social media.
Ready to ride into fall? Hi, this is Tony Skifstrom at Border Bank. Whether it's an ATV for backwoods thrills or a truck built for bonfire season, Border Bank makes it easy to gear up with a consumer loan that fits your lifestyle. Fast decisions, competitive rates, hometown service that goes the extra mile. So don't just rake leaves, run them over. Apply today at borderbank.com or come visit with me at the bank. Border Bank, customer first, community focused. Member FDIC.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
And also, thanks for tuning in on yourliveevent.com. Leading off for the Broncos in this bottom of the second is number 13, Jens Bilbin, the shortstop. On deck, the third baseman, number 18, Emmett Olson. In the hole, number 25, designated hitter for the Broncos, Logan Nordby. So Broncos trying to get on the board. The starting pitcher, Paxton Gomez, ended up throwing 2 strikeouts. First pitch in his first at-bat, Jens Bilbin hits one to left field, dropped just in time to not be out on the fly, and he's going to get an easy single in his first at-bat of the game. So runner at first base, no outs, as Emmett Olson, the third baseman, steps up to the plate for the Broncos. Trying to catch him and ends up going out of the glove. And Bilbin for a second thought about going for a second, but ended up stumbling a little, so he's like, crap, I probably should go back. Not going to get there in time, but you know what? Love the effort, love the intention there, and so waiting on the first pitch to Emmett Olson. Like I said, Paxton Gomez, the pitcher, starting on the mound for the Proctor Rails, threw 2 strikeouts in the first inning, but Broncos were able to get a hit from Caleb Jocelyn, and he ended up making his way around the bases. Strike, and the ball ended up getting bounced in the air, and Emmett Olson's looking at an 0-2 count, but that's okay because his teammate, Jens Bilbin, was able to take second base. So runner at second, no outs so far. Emmett Olson in the batter's box. Lefty hitter looks that one in. That's strike 3 looking. Third strikeout of the game thrown by Paxton Gomez. This strikeout brought to you by Service Master of International Falls. For a home professionally cleaned all your own. Call Service Master at 218-283-4475. Todd and Gretchen are going to take great care of you. Now it's the designated hitter for the Broncos, Logan Nordby, another lefty, stepping into the batter's box for the Broncos with a runner at second and 1 out. On deck, number 22, Kadem Seegert. Reaching for that one. That's strike 1 swinging. On deck, like I said, the right fielder, Kadem Seegert, number 22. And in the hole, number 17, the catcher, Huxley Hergis. That's going to be bunted. Nordby gets the bunt and throw to first, and it's there in time. He's out at the bag. Interesting choice there to not throw it to third where Jens Bilbin was running. I thought he might be able to make it, but they probably didn't think that they'd be able to get the double play. So 2 outs for the Broncos. Runner at third base as Kadem Seegert steps into the batter's box. On deck, number 17, Huxley Hergis. Seegert swings at the first one. That's chopped and foul. Good move there by Gomez, letting it roll. Almost could have been a really good single for Seegert, but he's going to have to make the trip back to the batter's box. Broncos have quite a few lefties hitting on their team. That's interesting. Kadem Seegert is a righty hitter, though, with an 0-1 count. Hits the second pitch, and that's going to be right to the second baseman. Can't get there in time, so unfortunately, won't be able to get a score from Jens Bilbin, who was going for home. But that's out number 3. And so runner left at third base as we go into inning number 3. The Broncos still trail 4-1 on the PCA scoreboard, but not without trying. They've had some good hitting so far. We're going to take another step aside, and when we come back, we got the third inning of action here for the International Falls Broncos hosting the Proctor Rails on Lakes Country 104.1 KSTM, as well as on YourLiveEvent.com. PCA scoreboard says the Rails lead 4-1. We're live from the Rainy River, Minnesota North College press box.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
The unique strengths of Rainy River lie in the fact that you're going to be supported by faculty and staff, you're going to be supported by the community.
You know all the professors by name, they all know you by name. We're not just a number, like we actually have a face to the name, which is honestly pretty good. I like it. I'm known, everybody else is known in the school. It makes it feel more comfortable to be here, especially being so far away from home.
Fall is a busy season for local businesses. New projects, fresh goals, and big ideas. At TrueStar, we understand what it takes to grow something real because we're right here with you. I'm Ryan Tamevi with TrueStar. Whether you're expanding your shop, upgrading equipment, or planning ahead, we're here to help you move forward with a business loan that fits. TrueStar Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. Follow us on social media.
Action to the world starts here.
Welcome back to the Rainy River, Minnesota North College press box. Start your voyage at the Rainy River campus. Your future awaits you right here in your own backyard. Rainy River, Minnesota North College, 218-598-9300. Paxton Kozlowski, number 27. For the Proctor Rails, he plays first base. He's going to be leading off in this top of the third inning as the Proctor Rails have a 4-1 lead over the International Falls Broncos here today. Starting in the circle for the Broncos and still staying steadfast on the mound is number 15, Jack Berglund. Throws this one, and that's it. And that's fouled. Broncos certainly have been having some solid hitting today and have been able to get guys on base. It's just been a struggle of finding the consistency, but it's still early in the game. As long as the defense can stay strong and keep Proctor from extending their lead, they can certainly make a comeback here today, but that's going to be ball 1. 1-1 count for Paxton Kozlowski. Pitch number 3 to Kozlowski, who was walked in his previous at-bat and then wasn't able to get around the bases as his teammate was out on the fly. 2-1 count for Kozlowski. Pitch number 4 from Berglund. And that's hit by the pitch. Ouch. So he'll get walked a second time. Making his way to first base as now making his way to home plate is number 20, the designated hitter, Tommy Olson, who was out on the fly. Fly ball that was caught by Huxley Hurgis, the catcher. Runner at first base, excuse me. No outs to start. That's hit off the first pitch, and that's going to go backwards, though, so not able to send his teammate around the bases. It's an 0-1 count for Tommy Olson. Every strikeout in this game is brought to you by Service Master of International Falls. For a home professionally cleaned all year round, call Service Master at 218-203-4475. Towdy Gretchen are going to take great care of you. Pitch from Berglund. Throw to second, and can't get there in time. Gets past both the shortstop and second baseman, but looks like Kozlowski's going to stay at second. So runner at second base, still no outs here. 0-1 count for Tommy Olson, but 2 strikes actually for Tommy Olson. 0-2 count. Runner at second base, no outs. Berglund trying to get his first strikeout of the game. Throws it in. That's ball 1. 1-2 count. 1-2. Skip a few. Pitch number 4. Coming in from Berglund with a runner at second base. Throws it in. That's in the dirt. That's ball 2. 2-2 count. 2-2. Take me to the ballet. As we get ready for pitch number 5 from Berglund with a runner at second base. No outs for Proctor. Tommy Olson looks that one in and just barely misses the inside of Olson's elbow. Full count now for Tommy Olson. Berglund needing to sit this one down, or else he will be sad. That's going to be ball 4. Walks Olson. So now we have a runner at first and second. No outs for the Proctor Rails as number 16, Alize Yoki, steps up to the plate. He had a single in his previous at-bat and was able to make it around the bases. And looking to try and replicate his success. So a runner at first and second, no outs. Yoki. That's ball 1, high pitch from Berglund. Proctor did a good job in their previous inning of batting where they were able to load the bases. That's ball 2. Broncos coming off of a really fun and really tight 6-5 win over the Chisholm Blue Streaks. That's in the dirt. That's going to be ball 3 and an opportunity for the runner, Paxton Kozlowski, to make it over to third base in time, and also Tommy Olson able to make it a second. So runner at second and third. No outs, 3-0 count for the batter, number 16, Alize Yoki. I'm at a weird impasse because I wish I could be wearing my sunglasses, but if I do wear my sunglasses, I can't see my computer screen. So it's like picking and choosing what I want to see and what I don't want to see. That's hit far through to outfield, and that's going to be a 3-run home run. My math was way off there. And so home run for Alize Yoki is going to make this one now a 7-1 game for the Proctor Rails. And so we're going to get another timeout, and sadly for Berglund, I think he's going to have to get moved to another position on the field. It's a tough one, but I think coach is going to be pulling him at the right time. And now we're going to see who gets to who gets to take the mound for the Broncos, as Berglund is getting moved to the outfield, and it looks like warming up for International Falls is number 10, Aston Kosow. He was the left fielder for the Broncos. So Cosell moving to the pitching mound, and Berglund moving to left field for the Broncos. We'll step aside as Cosell warms up here. Stepping up to the plate next for the Proctor Rails is number 2, Paxton Gomez, the pitcher for the Proctor Rails. We'll be back after the break on Lakes Country 104.1 and YourLiveEvent.com.
Ready to ride into fall? Hi, this is Tony Skifstrom at Border Bank. Whether it's an ATV for backwoods thrills or a truck built for bonfire season, Border Bank makes it easy to gear up with a consumer loan that fits your lifestyle. Fast decisions, competitive rates, hometown service that goes the extra mile. So don't just rake leaves, run them over. Apply today at borderbank.com or come visit with me at the bank. Border Bank, customer first, community focused. Member FDIC.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
We're back here live from the Rainy River, Minnesota North College Press Box. Start your voyage at the Rainy River campus, 218-598-9300. Paxton Gomez at the plate for the Proctor Rails. Looks the first pitch in for the substitute pitcher, Aston Cosell. He's going to look that one in. That's strike 2 looking. Aston Cosell already solid start, trying to get things going and get that first out of the third inning, as the Proctor Rails was able to get a 3-run homer from their third baseman, Alize Yoki. It was ball 1, 1-2 count for Gomez, staying patient at the plate. He hasn't swung yet. He could swing at pitch number 4 from Cosell. Aston Cosell. That's ball 2. So still no swing yet from Gomez. Good patience at the plate. On deck, number 30, Kelso Johnson. In the hole, number 3, Jax Hardy. Alize Yoki ended up hurting the Broncos big time with that 3-run homer. It's 7-1 on the PCA scoreboard, with Proctor leading. Full count with pitch number 6, hit out towards center field. That's going to get out of reach of Caleb Jocelyn as he picks up the ball, and that's going to be a double for the pitcher, Paxton Gomez. But now he's going to get a chance to steal third, and he does make it to third. So looks like we're going to get a courtesy runner for the pitcher, Paxton Gomez. And so stepping onto the bag in his place, the courtesy runner is going to be number 28, Bodie McFadden. So McFadden is going to be the runner at third. Error at the plate, and McFadden is going to make it home immediately. And so that's going to be a run scored for Proctor. So back-to-back 4-run innings for the Rails here in inning number 3. They still have no outs. It's currently 8-1 on the PCA scoreboard. Proctor leading over the Broncos. That's strike 1 for Kelso Johnson. Excuse me, I think it's McFadden. Strike 2 looking for Kelso Johnson. Aston Costa trying to have redemption after that hit by Gomez, allowed for him to get all the way to third base. Pitch, and that's ball 1 looking. Good job by Kelso Johnson, staying patient at the plate. 1-2 count, or 2-2 count, excuse me. I missed a pitch earlier, I think. That's going to be fouled. So still a 2-2 count for Kelso Johnson. Casa with the pitch. That's going to go over the glove, so that's going to be a full count, 3-2 for Kelso Johnson. He swung a couple of times. He didn't want to swing at that one, and that was probably the right move. Pitch from Casa. That's going to get hit. Grounder over to shortstop. Throw to first, and that's going to be out at the bag. So Broncos finally able to force the first out of this third inning. 1 out as number 3, Jax Hardy, steps up to the plate. He was walked in his previous at-bat in the second inning. On deck, number 11, John Cordero, the center fielder. So no runners on base for the Rails. 1 out so far as the lefty, number 3, Jax Hardy, is in the batter's box for the Proctor Rails. Pitch from Cosell. Looks off. That's strike 1. A 4-run third inning, following a 4-run second inning, has opened this game up for the Proctor Rails. That's ball 1, though. 1-1 count for Hardy. No strikeouts thrown by the Broncos, but have 3 for the Rails. That's going to be foul ball. That's going to also be strike 2. 1-2 count for Hardy. Proctor have actually 3 strikeouts from their starting pitcher, Paxton Gomez. And every strikeout is brought to you by Service Master of International Falls. For a home professionally cleaned all year round. Call Service Master at 218-283-4475. That's going to be a ball, and that's going to be hit by the pitch, Jax Hardy. So, runner at first base, 1 out as number 11, John Cordero. Oh, actually, no. We're back at the top of the batting order. Did I miss something? Oh, yeah, that's right. I was misreading my own score sheet. We're back at the top of the batting order. Number 77, the catcher, Brecken Ross, stepping up to the bag. He had a double in his previous outing. He's 1 for 2 because he was out on the fly in his first at-bat. Looks that one in. That's strike 1 looking for his third at-bat of the game. On deck, number 23, Antrell Yoki in the hole. Sorry, I got a call there. Potential spam does not matter because we are in the middle of a game. Please leave me alone. Whoever's calling me, I do not want to buy your insurance. 0-1 count for Brecken Ross. Sorry, let me lock back in real quick. That's going to be ball 1. So 1-1 count for Brecken Ross in his third at-bat of the game. On deck, Antrell Yoki in the hole, Owen Baker. Aston Casal trying to close out this third inning and send them to the bottom so they can get some runs of their own. That's strike 2 looking. 1-2 count for Brecken Ross. Runner at first base, 1 out. 1-2 count. Pitch from Casal. That's going to be fouled. Ended up just underneath on the swing from Brecken Ross, and that sent it backwards. So he's looking to try and send it forwards now this time. To quote Happy Feet 2, sometimes to go forward, you have to go back. Sorry, I've been seeing a lot of that on TikTok. Pitch from Casal. Throw to second, but that's not going to have enough gas underneath it. Kind of a somewhat haphazard throw from Huxley Hergis over to second base, as he didn't get back to his feet. So steal for Jax Hardy over to second. It's 2-2 count for Brecken Ross. In his third at-bat of the game, he's going to hit that one. That's going to be another foul ball. Let's see where that one lands. Or not. Did it go over the press box? I guess it did. 2-2 count, 1 out, runner at second. Casa throws it in. That's ball 3. Loaded count. Andrew Yoki, the runner on deck for the Proctor Rails has had a rough going, 0 for 2. Both of them out on the fly. That one's going to get hit out towards the first baseman for the Broncos, and that's going to be caught for out on the fly. Broncos first baseman, sorry, I was reading the wrong. Brooks DeZiel getting the catch and putting him out. So 2 outs now. Runner at second base. Antrell Yoki stepping up to the plate. Looks that one off. That's going to be just below the glove of Huxley Hergis. And so Jax Hardy is going to cruise his way over to third base. As it's a 1-0 count for Antrell Yoki. He's trying to get his first hit of the game, 0 for 2 so far, as both of his hits have been in the field, but unfortunately have been also landing in the glove of a Bronco defender. A 2-0 count for Yoki, Antrell Yoki specifically. Pitch, that's going to get hit, but that's fouled, so it's a 2-1 count for Yoki. I forgot to ask if Antrell and Alizé are brothers or cousins. And which one's older? Or twins? 2-1 count. That's swing and a miss for strike 2 for Yoki. 2-2 count. Runner at third base. 2 outs. Yoki looks that one off. And that's going to be the smart decision because now it's a full count. That was ball 3 for Antrell Yoki. 3-2. Aston Casa with a decision here. Does he try and put it in the middle and risk the hit? No, he's going to throw it high over the box, and that's going to be ball 4. So Antrell Yoki makes it to the base, and he is going to have a walk, sending him to first. Runners at first and third. With 2 outs, Owen Baker, the shortstop, stepping up to the plate. He had a single, and then he was out on the fly in his second at-bat. He's 1 for 2. Third trip to the plate in this game with 2 outs and runners at first and third. Huxley Hergis, smart decision, pulling his throw just in time because he realized, crap, that's right, I have a guy at third base. I do not want to risk not getting there in time. So Yoki will be given the pass to second base. It's second and third base that have runners now. Hit grounder past Asen Casau. That's going to be a base hit single that sends home 1, maybe 2. It will be 2 sent home. So the single by Owen Baker allows for both Antrell Yoki and Jax Hardy to make it home. And it's now a 6-run inning for the Proctor Rails. Still 2 outs, runner at first base. As we're back at the top of this order for the inning. Paxton Kozlowski had led off for the Proctor Rails in this third inning, and now he's getting his second at-bat of the inning. Runner at first base. Throw. Ball 1. 1-0 count to start for Kozlowski. 1-0 count. 2 outs, runner at first. Casa with a throw. That's ball 2. 2-0. That's strike 1. Looking for Kozlowski. 2-1 count. Still a runner at first base. 2 outs. As the runner at first base, Owen Baker, is looking for his opportunity. That's a foul ball. Goes behind the plate, so Paxton Kozlowski lives to bat another pitch. That's going to be a foul ball, so he stays alive for another pitch. This is going to be the 6th pitch from Aston Casau to Paxton Kozlowski. 2-2 count for Kozlowski. Pitch, and that's going to be getting past the catcher, so it's a full count for Kozlowski. And Owen Baker's going to be allowed to take second. Pitch from Casau. Swing and a miss. That's strike 3 swinging. That's the first strikeout of the game for the Broncos. Thrown by Aston Casau, and that's going to end our third inning of play. And going into that's going to send us to the bottom of the third inning, actually. I got myself mixed up here. So going into the bottom of the third, the Broncos are trailing 10-1 on the PCA scoreboard to the Proctor Rails. You're listening to Lakes Country 104.1 KSDM and watching on yourliveevent.com. We'll be back after the break.
The unique strengths of Rainy River lie in the fact that you're going to be supported by faculty and staff, and you're going to be supported by the community.
You know, all the professors by name, they all know you by name. We're not just a number, like we actually have a face to the name, which is honestly pretty good. I like it. I'm known, everybody else is known in the school. It makes it feel more comfortable to be here, especially being so far away from home.
Fall is a busy season for local businesses. New projects, fresh goals, and big ideas. At TrueStar, we understand what it takes to grow something real because we're right here with you. I'm Ryan Tamevi with TrueStar. Whether you're expanding your shop, upgrading equipment, or planning ahead, we're here to help you move forward with a business loan that fits. TrueStar Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. Follow us on social media.
Ready to ride into fall? Hi, this is Tony Skifstrom at Border Bank. Whether it's an ATV for backwoods thrills or a truck built for bonfire season, Border Bank makes it easy to gear up with a consumer loan that fits your lifestyle. Fast decision.
Welcome back to the Rainy River, Minnesota North College Press Box on Lakes Country 104.1 KSDM. We're at the top of the batting order for the Broncos. Number 17, the catcher Huxley Hergis, leading off for the Broncos in this bottom of the third, down by 9 on the PCA scoreboard, 10-1 against the Proctor Rails. Starting pitcher, Paxton Gomez. He has 3 strikeouts in the game. Looking to get his 4th as he throws strike 1, looking for Hergis, 0-1. Pitch number 2, ball 1, 1-1. 1-1 count. Hergis, lefty hitter for the Broncos. Pitch, swing and a miss. That's strike 2. 1-2 count for Huxley Hergis. Gomez trying to get his 4th strikeout of the game. Every strikeout brought to you by Service Master of International Falls for a home professionally cleaned all year round. Call Service Master at 218-283-4475. Todd Gutsch are going to take great care of you, and they're going to say that's a foul ball. So 1-2 count still as Hergis stays alive at the plate. This is going to be the 5th pitch from Gomez to Hergis in this at-bat. He'll swing, and that one is grounded. Gets it past Gomez. Throw to first, and he's safe. Huxley Hergis gets to the bag just in time. He's 1 for 2 batting now with that hit as he was out on the fly in his previous at-bat. So now it's Emmett Levine stepping up to the plate for the Broncos. He was struck out in his first at-bat. This is his 2nd trip to the plate. On deck is number 7, Caleb Jocelyn. In the hole, number 10, Aston Casau. So, second at bat for Levine. Strike 1 looking. Oh, and 1 count. That's going to get hit, popped up in the air over by left field, and it's caught. And smart job by Huxley Hergis, recognizing that he has to get back to first base. And so out on the fly was Emmett Levine, caught by the left fielder for Proctor, Jax Hardy. And so that's out number 1 for the Broncos. Emmett Levine goes 0 for 2 at the plate. Caleb Jocelyn stepping up to the plate for the Broncos. He's 1-1. This is his 2nd trip, trying to stay perfect in hitting. He will hit the first one. That's foul ball. 0-1 count, runner at first base. Huxley Hergis with 1 out. That's going to be ball 1. 1-1 count. Caleb Jocelyn, another lefty hitter. Broncos have 3 lefties back to back batting for the Broncos. That's ball 2, 2-1. Two and 1 count, 1 out, runner at first. Bottom of the third inning, PC scoreboard says the Broncos are trailing 10-1. Swing and a miss, that's strike 2. 2-2 count for Jocelyn. He was hungry to get that hit, but ended up having an awkward reach for the ball, and that's when he wants to have back. He will swing, that's fouled though. So stays alive at the plate. Gomez trying to get his 4th strikeout of the game in 3 innings. Pitch. Thrown. That's going to get hit out towards left field. A nice little line drive that dropped. And so that's going to be a single for Caleb Jocelyn. He sends Huxley Hurgis to second base. And so Broncos have 2 runners on base at the first and second base. As Aston Cussa steps up to the plate, he was walked in his previous at-bat. 1 out for the Broncos. Gomez on the mound for Proctor. Throws it in. That's ball 1 looking. Well, of course he was looking. So ball 1 for Cussa. Bottom of the third. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 1-1 count. Runners at first and second for the Broncos. Broncos trying to get their hits going. They've had 2 errors thus far compared to Proctor's 1. That's ball 2. 2-1 count for Aston Cusso. On deck, Jack Berglund. In the hole, Jens Bilbin. Broncos with 1 out. Pitch. That's looked in for strike 2. 2-2 is the count. Aston Cussa with a decision in this upcoming 5th pitch from Paxton Gomez. Looks like the runner at second for the Broncos, Huxley Hurgis, committed to stealing third, and he got lucky because the ball bounced in front of the plate. Count is loaded for Aston Cussa with a runner at second and third. Caleb Jocelyn, runner at second. Huxley Hurgis, runner at third. Aston Cussa looking to his third base coach, getting the play in, getting the call, getting the decision. Here we go. 1 out for the Broncos. Runners at second and third. Pitch from Gomez, and that's going to be a walk. Aston Cussa walked him back-to-back at-bats. And now it's time for Jack Berglund to step up to the plate for the Broncos. He was struck out in this previous at-bat. He's looking to make redemption run at the plate here. Bases loaded, 2 nonetheless, with 1 out. Pitch from Gomez. Swung at, that's going to be fouled. Oh, 1 count for Berglund. Jens Bilbin on deck. Emmett Olson in the hole. 1 out, bases loaded. Pitch from Gomez. Pulled his swing, and good thing he did, because that's going to be ball 1. 1-1 count for Jack Berglund. Started pitching, got moved to left field. Berglund, righty hitter for the Broncos. Pitch from Gomez. Swung at, and partial swing, and I guess they're saying he pulled his swing just in time. So that's going to be ball 2. 2-1 count. Good patience by Jack Berglund of the Broncos. Two and 1 count. He will hit that one, but that's going to be a foul ball. 2-2 count for Berglund. A grounder over to that made its way over to the third base coach for the Broncos, Blaine Humbert, also the head coach. 2-2 count. 1 out. Bases loaded. Looks that one in. That's ball 3. Loaded count now for Jack Berglund. Loaded count. Hoping for a walk, but if he can get the hit, that would be good too. Gomez throws it in. That's going to be a walk and a chance of Hergis. He's going to still run it in, but Broncos get a run scored following the walk of Jack Berglund. Bases stay loaded, only one out. Broncos get one run on the board to make it a 10-2 game, trailing by 8 runs now in the bottom of the third inning for the Broncos. Batting for the Broncos is number 13, Jens Bilbin. On deck, Emmett Olson. Pulled a swing, but that's too bad because that is going to be a ball, or excuse me, strike one. 0-1 count to start. He had a single in his previous at-bat, looking to try and get his teammates around the bases. Swing and a miss, that's strike two. Excuse me. 0-2 count, one out, bases loaded. He will hit that one. That's going to get it out towards the outfield, and a single by Jens Bilbin sends home two. Caleb Jocelyn and Aston Casso, welcome home. You've scored 2 runs, and Jens Bilbin just got himself a 2-run RBI on a single. So now it is looking a little different for the Broncos. It's 10-4 now. Gomez trying to get himself locked in, and we got ourselves a substitute batter for the Broncos. Subbing in for the Broncos is going to be number 24, Carter Line. So Carter Line stepping up to the plate for the Broncos. Strike one on the first pitch from Gomez. Runner at first and second, 1 out for the Broncos. Pitch swung at, and that's going to be strike two. So Carter Line looking at an 0-2 count in his first at-bat of the game. On deck, number 25, Logan Nordby. Runner at first and second, pitch from Gomez. Swung at, and that's going to be strike three, swinging. So that's the fourth strikeout of the game thrown by Gomez. And his strikeout is brought to you by Service Master of International Falls. For a home professionally cleaned all year round. Call Service Master at 218-283-4475. Ty DeGretchen are going to take great care of you. Runner at first and second, 2 outs. Logan Nordby, the designated hitter, will hit the first pitch. It's picked up by the third baseman. And unfortunately, Jack Berglund unable to dodge around. So that's going to be out on the tag, and that's going to send us into the 4th inning of play. Broncos, some good hitting in the third to make it a 6-run deficit going into the 4th, but now the defense has to stay strong as well, as Proctor has a chance to extend the lead once again. And we're going to step aside and get ready for our upcoming 4th inning of action here. You're listening to Lakes Country 104.1 KSTM and watching on YourLiveEvent.com. The PCA scoreboard says the Proctor Rails 10, the National Falls Broncos 4.
Great hometown service that goes the extra mile. So don't just rake leaves, run them over. Apply today at borderbank.com or come visit with me at the bank. Border Bank, customer first, community focused. Member FDIC.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
The unique strengths of Rainy River lie in the fact that you're going to be supported by faculty and staff, and you're going to be supported by the community.
Welcome back to the Rainy River, Minnesota North College Press Box on Lakes Country 104.1 KSDM. Start your voyage at the Rainy River campus. Your future awaits you right here in your own backyard. Rainy River, Minnesota North College, 218-598-9300. Tommy Olson leading off for the Proctor Rails, his third trip to the plate in this game. In this top of the fourth inning, the Proctor Rails lead 10-4. Olson looked off the first one, looked off the second one, but the second one's going to be strike one. It's 1-1 count for Tommy Olson. On deck, number 16, Alize Yoki, who had the home run in the third inning. And in the hole, number 2, Paxton Gomez, who ended up having a triple. 1-1 count. That's 2-1 now. Ball 2. On the third pitch, Tommy Olson. Aston Cosso subbing in for the Broncos on the mound. Pitch, and that's going to be ball 3. Three and 1 count for Olson. Aston Cosso pitching for the Broncos. Throws this one in. That's going to be ball 4. Tommy Olson walked in his last at-bat, out on the fly in his first at-bat, and in this at-bat, he gets walked for his third trip to the plate. Now, stepping up to the plate for the Proctor Rails, number 16, the third baseman, Alize Yoki, who has a perfect 2 for 2 at the plate and had a home run for his second at-bat. Looks off the first one. That's going to be ball 1. Yoki trying to stay perfect at the plate for Proctor. Pitch, and that's going to hit him in the back. So he gets walked after getting hit by the pitch. So runner at first and second. No outs for Proctor as Paxton Gomez steps up to the plate. He had a triple in his previous at-bat. It was walked in his first at-bat. This is his third trip to the plate. On deck, number 30, Kelso Johnson. In the hole, number 3, Jax Hardy. Pitch from Cosso. Ball 1. Pitcher versus pitcher matchup. Going on with runners at first and second and no outs. Gomez prepped and ready. This pitch is going to get hit and out into center field, just over the head of the shortstop, and looks like Tommy Olson told to stay at third and just load the bases up because Paxton Gomez got himself a single. So bases are loaded with no outs, and number 30, Kelso Johnson, stepped up to the plate for the Proctor Rails. He was out at the bag in his previous at-bat, and he had a single in his first at-bat. He's 1 for 2. We're going to get a courtesy runner for our pitcher. And running for him, it looks like, I'm trying to see if that's a 20 or a 28. I think that's a 20. Looks like 20. So number 20. Nope, never mind. I was wrong. That is 28. So I just can't read, apparently. That's going to get hit off the first pitch out towards left field and dropped. That's already a single that's going to lead to 2 runs. So Kelso Johnson gets a single and a 2-run RBI, sending home Tommy Olson and Alize Yoki. So that's 2 runs batted in for the Proctor Rails. Broncos down 12-4, an 8-run deficit for International Falls, and they need to avoid anything more than 10-run deficit because, of course, that would force the mercy rule. As Jax Hardy steps up to the plate, he was walked in both of his at-bats. Swings at that one. That's a miss, though. So strike 1 for Jax Hardy with a runner at first and second and no outs. Top of the 4th inning. That's going to be ball 1, 1-1. Kelso Johnson had an excellent hit. McFadden, runner at second base, the courtesy runner for the pitcher, Gomez. 2-1 count for Jax Hardy. Back-to-back balls. That's going to be a third ball thrown in a row. 3-1 count for Hardy. Hardy looking like he's possibly going to get walked for a third time today, and that will indeed be a walk. So, bases loaded once again. Still no outs for Proctor. Timeout called by Coach Humbert, and so he's going to have a meeting with his starting pitcher, Aston Casal. It looks like Casal is going to get subbed out. Looks like they're bringing in from the outfield the center fielder, Caleb Jocelyn. So Jocelyn is going to get moved from outfield to infield. And Aston Casal moves from pitcher to, I think, center field. So we're going to take another step aside. Listen to some of our sponsors. You're listening to Lakes Country 104.1 KSDM and watching on YourLiveEvent.com as the Broncos have another change of the guard. Caleb Jocelyn stepping onto the mound, trying to save this game. It's a 12-4 lead for the Proctor Rails on the PCA scoreboard. We'll be back after the break.
You know, all the professors by name, they all know you by name. We're not just a number, like we actually have a face to the name, which is honestly pretty good. I like it. I'm known, everybody else is known in the school. It makes it feel more comfortable to be here, especially being so far away from home.
Fall is a busy season for local businesses. New projects, fresh goals, and big ideas. At TrueStar, we understand what it takes to grow something real because we're right here with you. I'm Ryan Tamevi with TrueStar. Whether you're expanding your shop, upgrading equipment, or planning ahead, we're here to help you move forward with a business loan that fits. TrueStar Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. Follow us on social media.
Ready to ride into fall? Hi, this is Tony Skifstrom at Border Bank. Whether it's an ATV for backwoods thrills or a truck built for bonfire season, Border Bank makes it easy to gear up with a consumer loan that...
Welcome back to the Rainy River, Minnesota North College Press Box on Lakes Country 104.1 KSDM. Bases are loaded as Brecken Ross steps up to the plate. He's been having a rough go there. 1 for 3 batting. First pitch from Jocelyn to Ross is ball 1. Caleb Jocelyn subbing onto the mound for the Broncos for Aston Casal. Caleb Jocelyn throws ball 2, 2-0 count. Bases loaded. Quick update on the Broncos softball team. It's the 7th inning and the Broncos lead 7-1 over the visitors. Strike 1 looking for Brecken Ross. A safe one to take because it's 2-1. Count is still in his favor. 2-1 count. Jocelyn throws ball 3, 3-1. Bases loaded for the Proctor Rails. No outs in this 4th inning of play. Proctor trying to get closer and closer to that possible mercy rule. That is going to be a walk. And that forces a run. McFadden, who was the courtesy runner for the pitcher, Paxton Gomez, ends up getting a run home. Or a walk home, I should say. And base is still loaded. That's hit off the first pitch by Antrell Yoki. And that's going to be, no good. Just past the glove of Logan Nordby, the left fielder for the Broncos. And so a base hit single for Antrell Yoki. That sends home 1 run. It was Kelso Johnson, the runner at third base. Bases stay loaded for Proctor. Jax Hardy, the runner at third. 4-run inning for Proctor. That's a foul ball. 0-1 count for Owen Baker. And it looks like that is the final score. North Shore Falls Broncos beat the Lake of the Woods Bears 7-1 in 7 innings. Strike 2 for Baker. On deck, Paxton Kozlowski in the hole, Tommy Olson, who led off this 4th inning for Proctor. Pitch from Casa, and that's going to be a walk. Another walk. This time it's going to be Jax Hardy, the runner at third, sent home. It's 15-4 on the PCA scoreboard. Proctor, starting pitcher Gomez, has thrown 4 strikeouts in today's game. Broncos have only accounted for 1 strikeout through 3 pitchers. It was the second pitcher reliever for the Broncos, Aston Kasau, who ended up getting this lone strikeout. Paxton Kozlowski looking at a 1-1 count in his 4th trip to the plate against the Broncos. Pitch, that's strike 2 looking. 1-2 count for Kozlowski. Still no outs for the Proctor Rails. Bases are loaded. Pitch, and that's swing and a miss. That's going to be strike 3 swinging for Kozlowski. Second strikeout of the game total for the Broncos. This one by Caleb Jocelyn. And this strikeout is brought to you by Service Master of International Falls. For home professionally cleaned all your Broncos. Service Master at 218-283-4475. Todd and Gretchen are going to take great care of you. Tommy Olson at the plate. His second trip to the plate in this 4th inning and 4th trip to the plate in this game. Looking at a 1-0 count to start for Tommy Olson. On deck, number 16, Alize Yoki. In the hole, number 2, Paxton Gomez. That's ball 2, 2-0. Two and 0 count. Jocelyn throws it in. That's strike 1 looking. 2-1 count. Pitch number 4 from Caleb Jocelyn to Tommy Olson. That's going to be hit out towards left field, but fouled. So now we got a 2-2 count for the Broncos. Two and two count. 1 out. Tommy Olson readies himself. Swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Or not? Oh, he fouled it. Never mind. I didn't hear the ting. So I thought that he might have struck out. But no, he stays alive. Getting the foul ball. Looks that one in. That's ball 3. 3-2 loaded count. Thank you to our scoreboard operator who helped correct me on that strikeout call. Still only 1 out. Bases loaded, and that's going to be ball 4. So Tommy Olson, he's been walked 3 times in a row out of 4 at-bats. Bases loaded, and Proctor gets to walk in 1 more run. This time it was Brecken Ross who was the runner at third with bases loaded. It's time for Alize Yoki to step up to the plate for his 4th at-bat of the game. He has been 2 for 3, was walked in his previous at-bat. That's strike 1 looking for Yoki. He had a home run in the second at-bat and a single in his first. 0-1 count. Swings at that one. That's going to be a pop fly, and that's going to be fouled. So 0-2 count for Yoki. 0-2 count. 16-4 lead for the Proctor Rails. Pitch from Jocelyn. Thrown in, reaching, and that's going to be strike out. He can't find, and Huxley Hergis couldn't locate the ball. He didn't see that it had bounced over by his own dugout, and that allowed for home plate to get stolen by Antrell Yoki. So Alize was out swinging. So that's the 3rd strikeout total for the Broncos. 2nd thrown by Caleb Jocelyn. Or no. Trying to be 2 outs. So 2 outs for the Proctor Rails. Paxton Gomez, the pitcher, at the plate. Runner at second and third. 0-1 count. Now it's 1-1. So Paxton Gomez, his fourth trip to the plate. 1-1 count. Jocelyn throws that one in. That's going to be strike 2. 1-2 count for Paxton Gomez of the Proctor Rails. Runner at second and third. 2 outs. Top of the fourth inning. It's 17-4. He will get that contact, but that's going to be a throw to first base that gets him out. So that's going to be out at the bag for Paxton Gomez. That's going to finally end this agonizing fourth inning for the Broncos, giving up 7 runs in the fourth. Now we're going to go into the bottom of the seventh. If the Broncos can pull off 4 runs in this bottom of the fourth inning, then they have a chance to try and send this one into extra innings. But Proctor has been strong at the plate, and they've been doing a good job keeping the Broncos to only 4 runs through 3 innings. Now going into the bottom of the fourth, Broncos needing to get their offense going. Leading off for Industrial Falls is going to be number 22, Caden Siegert. On deck, number 17, Huxley Hergis. In the hole, Emmett Levine. We'll be back after a quick break. You're listening to Lakes Country 104.1 KSDM and watching on yourliveevent.com.
Style. Fast decisions, competitive rates, hometown service that goes the extra mile. So don't just rake leaves, run them over. Apply today at borderbank.com or come visit with me at the bank. Border Bank, customer first, community focused. Member FDIC.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland.
Leading off for the Broncos is not going to be number 22, Caden Siegert, but instead subbing in to lead off is number 14, Kyle Kramer. 1-0 count to start for Kramer. Good patience at the plate. Gomez starting and looking to finish this game. That's ball 2, 2-0 count. All Proctor has to do is not allow 4 runs in this fourth inning, and they will stay in the Mercy Rule lead. That's ball 3 for Kyle Kramer. Staying steadfast at the plate as Proctor leads on the PCA scoreboard 17-4. Gomez has thrown 4 strikeouts in today's game. That's strike 1 looking for Kyle Kramer. Has not yet swung at a pitch from Gomez. Gomez, like I said, has thrown 4 strikeouts. That's going to be ball 4. Kyle Kramer gets the walk. So Kramer is going to be the runner at first base. On deck is now number 17, Huxley Hergis, back at the top of the batting order for the Broncos. On deck, number 3, Emmett Levine. Hergis, so far, has been pretty solid. He is 1 for 2, had a single in his previous at-bat. Pitch from Gomez. Will swing at that one, but miss. 0-1 to start for Huxley Hergis with a runner at first base, no outs. Every strikeout in this game is brought to you by Service Master of Industrial Falls. For a home professionally cleaned all year round, call Service Master at 218-283-4475. Todd and Gretchen are going to take great care of you. Hergis did get hit, contact there, but that's going to be a foul ball. Only a partial swing, so ended up going towards his own dugout. Excuse me, folks, I had to step aside to blow my nose. I'm a little sick right now. Seven pitch. It's 0-2, and Kyle Kramer is going to get the go-ahead to take second base. 1-2 count for Huxley Hergis. That one got past the catcher, Brecken Ross. So 1-2 count, runner at second base, Kyle Kramer. Hergis will swing at that one. Had the contact, but that's going to be a foul ball. So still alive at the plate with a 1-2 count for Huxley Hergis. Pitch. That's in the dirt. Ball 2. 2-2 count for Hergis. On deck, Edmund Levine. Runner at second base. No outs for the Broncos. 2-2 count. Pitch from Gomez. Looks it in. That's strike 3 looking for Huxley Hergis. And strikeout number 5 for Gomez. So this strikeout brought to you by Service Master of International Falls. For a home professionally clean all year round. Call Service Master at 218-283-4475. Todd and Gretchen are going to take great care of you. Emmett Levine stepping up to the plate. 1 out. Runner at second base. On deck, number 7, Caleb Jocelyn. Broncos are wanting to get him up to the plate. He has been a perfect 2 for 2. Emmett Levine has not had the same success, though. 0 for 2. Struck out and then out on the fly in his 2 at-bats. 0-1 count, foul ball from Emmett Levine. Second pitch from Gomez to Levine. Swung at, that's grounded, and foul ball, strike 2. So Levine getting the contact he wants, but not the contact he needs. Much like Batman, not the hero this city wants, but the one that they deserve. That will be fair. And so, error allows for Emmett Levine to make it home. Both the third baseman and the pitcher were struggling to pick up the ball off the grass. And so that gave enough time for Kyle Kramer to make it home to make it a third base, and for Emmett Levine to make it a first. So we have runners at first and third. Caleb Jocelyn stepping up to the plate for the Broncos with 1 out. Swing and a miss. Caleb Jocelyn so far 2 for 2 at the plate. Third trip to home plate. Batting for the Broncos. Looks that one in. Had spin out of the way a little bit there. It's a 1-1 count for Jocelyn. On deck, number 10, Easton Kosow. He's been walked both times he came up to the plate. Runner at third, Kyle Kramer getting his lead off. He gets the hit, and nice hit by Jocelyn. Gets it past the second baseman who was reaching, and just out of his reach, he will bat home Kyle Kramer. That's an RBI for Caleb Jocelyn. He has been very solid batting for the Broncos. And he also sends his teammate Emmett Levine over to third. So first and second have runners as number 9, Carson Crandall, steps up to the plate for his first at-bat of the game. He's subbing in for Easton Kosow as the number 4 hitter. So Carson Crandall, first trip to the plate here in the inning. Swing and a miss. 1-1 count for Crandall. Carson Crandall, a junior for the Broncos. Runner at first and second. 1 out. 1-1 count. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Carson Crandall, a little trigger happy there with the swings. 1-2 count, 1 out. Runner at first and second. A lot of 1-2 going on. 1-2, 1-2. That's going to be foul ball. Carson Crandall probably didn't need a swing at that one, but either way, he stays alive at the plate. 1-2 count still. Coming up, pitch number 5 from Gomez to Crandall with runner at first and second. Pitch from Gomez. Swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Swinging. Strikeout number 6 of the game for Gomez. And strikeouts in this game is brought to you by Service Master of International Falls. For a home professionally cleaned all your alcohol. Service Master at 218-283-4475. Todd and Gretchen are going to take great care of you. 2 outs, runner at first and second. Broncos only managed to get 1 run scored, and that's hit off the first pitch by Berglund, but caught by the shortstop. That's going to be out number 3. And that's going to send us into the 5th inning. Broncos down on the PCA scoreboard 17-5 after 2 huge innings back-to-back for the Proctor Rails. And so now we're going to get ready for our 5th inning of play. You're listening to Lakes Country 104.1 KSDM and watching on yourliveevent.com. PCA scoreboard says Proctor Rails lead 17-5 over the International Falls Broncos.
To local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community. Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
The unique strengths of Rainy River lie in the fact that you're going to be supported by faculty and staff, and you're going to be supported by the community.
You know all the professors by name, they all know you by name. We're not just a number, like we actually have a face to the name, which is honestly pretty good. I like it. I'm known, everybody else is known in the school. It makes it feel more comfortable to be here, especially being so far away from home.
Fall is a busy season for local businesses. New projects, fresh goals, and big ideas. At TrueStar, we understand what it takes to grow something real because we're right here with you. I'm Ryan Tamevi with TrueStar. Whether you're expanding your shop, upgrading equipment, or planning ahead, we're here to help you move forward with a business loan that fits. TrueStar Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. Follow us on social media.
It's the 5th inning of play here. If the Broncos can't score 3 runs in the bottom of the 5th, and that means that Proctor Rails will be able to mercy rule the Broncos here on Sheila Field. We're live from the Rainy River, Minnesota North College press box. Start your voyage at the Rainy River campus. Your future awaits you right here in your own backyard. Rainy River, Minnesota North College, 218-598-9300. And leading off for Proctor in the top of the 5th is number 30, the second baseman, Kelso Johnson. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. Caleb Jocelyn, the reliever for the Broncos, pitching from the mound. 0-1 count, pitch number 2. That's going to be ball 1. One and 1 count for Johnson. Looks it in, 2-1 count. And Proctor had back-to-back innings of +5 runs scored, 6 in the 3rd inning, and then 7 in the 4th inning. And oh my goodness, I can't escape this stupid meme. 3-1 count for Kelso Johnson. Pitch number 5, and that's going to be fouled. Full count for Johnson. On deck is Jax Hardy. In the hole, John Cordero. Or no, in the hole is actually Brecken Ross. I keep forgetting that Cordero is the flex player. That's my bad. I got to write it down next time. That's going to be a hit out towards right field. Kelso Johnson keeps it fair. He's got a single. And so runner at first base is Kelso Johnson with Jax Hardy stepping up to the plate. Johnson has been very consistent. He is 3 for 4 now following that hit. And so he's been a very, very consistent hitter. Jax Hardy also consistent, but not in the same way. He's been walked 3 times with 3 at-bats. This is the 4th one. Maybe he'll finally get contact in this one. I know he probably doesn't mind getting walked, but at the same time, he probably wants to have a hit in this game. So strike 1 swinging for Jax Hardy. On deck, Brecken Ross. In the hole, Antrell Yoki. Runner at first base, no outs. Pitch from Jocelyn. Ball 1. 1-1 count. Jocelyn keeping an eye of the runner at first. Pitch. That's ball 2. 2-1. 2-1 count. Sorry, folks. A little sick here, so a lot of sniffling from me. Oh, and that's going to be a foul ball going into the softball field. Luckily, they're done playing because the Broncos softball team got a 7-1 win over the Lake of the Woods Bears in 7 innings. You'll hear more about that game on Monday. 2-2 count for Jax Hardy. Caleb Jocelyn trying to get the first out of this inning. That's grounded and gets past the second baseman. An awkward dive by the Broncos' second baseman, number 3, Emmett Levine. Maybe tripped over his own feet a little there, but that's going to allow for a base hit single for Jax Hardy. So he's probably happy because he finally got himself a hit in today's game. He didn't get walked this time. Brecken Ross stepping up to the plate for the Proctor Rails. He was walked in his previous at-bat, out on the fly, and then had a double in his second at-bat and was out on the fly in his first. So he's been having a fluctuating at-bat throughout this game. Ball 1. Good look by Brecken Ross. Runner at first and second. No outs in the game. No, I do not want to yet restart and update my windows. Don't tell me that, especially when I'm in the middle of a game. 2-2 count for Brecken Ross. Runner at first and second, no outs. Caleb Jocelyn prepped himself, throws it. That's going to be swing and a miss. Not the best swing that by Brecken. Oh, I just realized it's not Brecken Ross. It's actually a substitute hitter, number 10 for the Proctor Rails, Logan Peterson. My apologies, I didn't notice the number. Logan Peterson looking at a 2-2 count now. Once again, subbing in for Brecken Ross. 2-2 count. Looks it in. That's 3-2 and gets past Huxley Hergis. So that's going to allow for the 2 runners to make it a third and second. Still no outs here. Full count for Logan Peterson, the substitute hitter for Proctor. Jocelyn with the pitch. Swing, and that's going to be high in the air, dead center, and caught by the shortstop. So that's going to be out on the fly. So that's the first out of the inning as number 23, the right fielder, Antrell Yoki, steps up to the plate for his 5th trip to the plate. He has 1 hit in 4 at-bats. He was walked in his 3rd and out on the fly in his first 2 with a single in his previous at-bat. 1-0 count to start for Antrell Yoki. Anyone got any good fast cold remedies for me? Because I'm starting to feel it. 1-1 count for Yoki. 1 out, runner at second and third for the Rails in the top of the 5th inning. Already have the mercy rule, but the Broncos can score 3 runs in the 4th. That's going to go right to the left fielder. So a sacrifice fly, or a sacrifice out by Antrell Yoki will send home his teammate, Kelso Johnson. So Proctor Rails, they add 1 more to their total here in the 5th inning of play. It's 18-5 now. Antrell Yoki has 3 RBIs today. Pitch looked in. Owen Baker has a 1-0 count. Two outs. Runner at third. So far, Proctor has scored a run in all but the first inning. 2-0 count for Baker. On deck, Kozlowski in the hole, Olsen. Tommy Olsen. I should specify, because there's an Olsen on the Broncos as well. That's going to be a foul ball, 2-1. 2-1 count as Baker steps back into the batter's box. Righty hitter with a runner at third. He'll hit that dead center and located, caught. That's out number 3. So Broncos hold Proctor to 1 run in the 5th inning. If they can score 3, oh no, if they can score 4, then they'll force it into an extra inning. But if they can only get 4 or under, then that means that the Broncos will get mercy ruled. We'll get ready for the bottom of the 5th inning. Leading off for the Broncos is going to be number 13, Jens Bilbin, unless coach makes a substitution. On deck, number 18, Emmett Olson. In the hole, 25, Logan Nordby. We'll be back after the break. You're listening to Lakes Country 104.1 KSDM and watching on yourliveevent.com.
Ready to ride into fall? Hi, this is Tony Skifstrom at Border Bank. Whether it's an ATV for backwoods thrills or a truck built for bonfire season, Border Bank makes it easy to gear up with a consumer loan that fits your lifestyle. Fast decisions, competitive rates, hometown service that goes the extra mile. So don't just rake leaves, run them over. Apply today at borderbank.com or come visit with me at the bank. Border Bank, customer first, community focused. Member FDIC.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Welcome back to the Rainy River, Minnesota North College Press Box. Start your voyage at the Rainy River campus. Your future awaits you right here in your own backyard. Rainy River, Minnesota North College, 218-598-9300. Broncos down on the PSA scoreboard, but Jens Bilbin's going to hit the first pitch of this at-bat leading off, and he'll get a single. So Jens Bilbin, what a game he's been having. He is now a perfect 3 for 3 and safe at second. So Jens Bilbin is going to start off the inning strong for the Broncos as his teammate, number 24, Carter Line, steps into the batter's box. Subbed in for Emmett Olson. First pitch, ball 1. He was struck out in his previous at-bat. And now he's looking to get some redemption with a runner at second base, no outs. Pitch, that's ball 2. And it looks like Jens Bilbin is going to get a chance to take third base as that one gets past Brecken Ross, the catcher. Or actually, no, we have a substitute catcher now. So new catcher for the Proctor Rails is Logan Peterson behind the plate. Carter Line looking at a 2-0 count now. Runner at third. Looks that one off. That's strike 1. Close call there, but trusting the umpire. 2-1 count. Runner at third. No outs. Carter Line looking to send a teammate home perhaps. That's going to be strike 2. Okay. 2-2 count for Carter Line. Runner at third. Gomez trying to finish this game out. He started it, and he wants to finish it too. 3 runs for the Broncos. Ty will get it right at the mercy rule. But the Broncos, they want to try and avoid the mercy rule. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strikeouts thrown by Gomez. Swing and a miss for Logan Nordby for strike 1. Runner at third. As I was saying, Gomez has 7 strikeouts in today's game. Nordby fouls that one. It's strike 2. 0-2 count for Logan Nordby. On deck, Kadem Siegert. Actually, it's going to be Kyle Kramer subbing in for Siegert. Swing and a miss. That's strike 3, swinging 8th strikeout of the game thrown by Gomez. Every strikeout in today's game is brought to you by Service Master of International Falls. For a home professionally cleaned all year round. Call Service Master at 218-283-4475. Todd and Gretchen are going to take great care of you. Kyle Kramer in the batter's box. He was walked in his previous at bat. That's ball 1. On deck, Huxley Hergis. In the hole, Emmett Levine. Runner at third, 2 outs for the Broncos. Looked off. That's going to be strike 1. 1-1 count for Kramer. Broncos need 4 runs to send it into extra innings. That's ball 2. 2-1 for Kramer. Almost tried to catch Jens Bilbin off of third, but can't get there in time. So stays at 2 outs. Proctor just trying to end this one in 5. And I may have to make the executive decision to cut the radio broadcast short and do the post-game player interviews on your live event only, so that way we can have the Minnesota Twins play, because they do have their game at 6:30 today. Hit by Cal Kramer, and it's a foot race. He'll get there in time, and he's going to go for second now because the throw at first was off target. So he gets a 1-run RBI double, sending home his teammate Jens Bilbin. Broncos get 1 run in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 18-6. Broncos need 3 more in order to send this into extra innings. 2 outs as Huxley Hergis, back at the top of the batting order, steps into the batter's box. Lefty hitter, runner at second base. Gomez, he's thrown for 8 strikeouts in today's game. Gomez throws it in, looked off, strike 1. This is the 4th trip to the batter's box for Huxley Hergis. He was struck out in his previous, had a hit in his 3rd, and out on the fly in his 1st. 1 for 3. He hits that one. That's going to get past the shortstop. He'll likely send Kyle Kramer home. He does, unless the throw to home gets there. It does not, but a throw to second and can't get him in time. So Huxley Hergis gets himself to second base, and he also sends home his teammate Kyle Kramer, and that's going to be 18-7 now. Broncos need 2 more in order to make it, to send this game into extra innings. Proctor needs to stay steadfast if they don't want that to happen. 18-7 on the PCA scoreboard. 11-run lead for the Rails. Runner at second base, Huxley Hergis. Emmett Levine stepping into the batter's box, lefty hitter with Caleb Jocelyn on deck. Caleb Jocelyn, so far the ace for the Broncos. Strike 1 looking for Levine. Caleb Jocelyn, perfect 3 for 3 at the plate, so you definitely want to get him at the plate. Levine looks that one in. That's going to be ball 1. 1-1 count for Emmett Levine. 3rd pitch from Gomez to Levine. Coming up. That's going to be in the dirt, and that's going to be an opportunity for Hergis to make it to third base. So it's a 2-1 count for Emmett Levine. Gomez desperately wanting to finish the game. I feel if he allows any more runs, he might get pulled. But Gomez so far has been strong on the mound for Proctor. Pitch from Gomez. That's strike 2 looking. 2-2 count for Levine. Jocelyn on deck, runner at third base, 2 outs for the Broncos. 18-7. Pitch from Gomez. Swung at, grounder, picked up by the shortstop. Oh, dropped by the shortstop. Throw to first, gets there in time, out of the bag. That's going to end this one in 5. Final score on the PCA scoreboard, the International Falls Broncos 7, the Proctor Rails 18. Strong hitting by the Rails in that second, third, and fourth inning to help get a dominant win over the home team Broncos. And Broncos, a late push, but sadly was not enough, as they were held to under 3 runs through, or three or less runs throughout all 5 innings. And so it will be Paxton Gomez getting the win for the Proctor Rails here today through 8 strikeouts. And all those strikeouts are brought to you by Service Master of International Falls. For a home professionally cleaned all your call Service Master at 218-283-4475. Todd and Gretchen are going to take great care of you. We're going to step aside and get ready for our post-game show and our recap of this game here, as well as announcing our Domino's Pizza Player of the Game and the Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. And before the game, we had our national. Well, we didn't have a national anthem, but if we did, it would have been brought to you by local VFW post 2948. Join us for Burger Night and Karaoke, as well as our Border Chevrolet GMC keys to the game for our pregame show. And other sponsors are PCA Packaging Corporation of America scoreboard sponsor, as well as our strikeout sponsor, Service Master of International Falls, as I mentioned. And so when we come back, we'll do a quick recap and announce our players of the game, and I'll make sure that we're done in time for you guys to listen to the Minnesota Twins take on the Toronto Blue Jays at 6:30 live on Lakes Country 104.1 KSDM. You're also watching on yourliveevent.com. We'll be back. Final score on the PCA scoreboard: Proctor Rails 18, Broncos of International Falls 7.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
The unique strengths of Rainy River lie in the fact that you're going to be supported by faculty and staff, and you're going to be supported by the community.
You know all the professors by name, they all know you by name. We're not just a number, like we actually have a face to the name, which is honestly pretty good. I like it. I'm known, everybody else is known in the school. It makes it feel more comfortable to be here, especially being so far away from home.
Fall is a busy season for local businesses. New projects, fresh goals, and big ideas. At TrueStar, we understand what it takes to grow something real, because we're right here with you. I'm Ryan Tamevi with TrueStar. Whether you're expanding your shop, upgrading equipment, or planning ahead, we're here to help you move forward with a business loan that fits. TrueStar Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. Follow us on social media.
Ready to ride into fall? Hi, this is Tony Skifstrom at Border Bank. Whether it's an ATV for backwoods thrills or a truck built for bonfire season, Border Bank makes it easy to gear up with a consumer loan that fits your lifestyle. Fast decisions, competitive rates, hometown service that goes the extra mile. So don't just rake leaves, run them over. Apply today at borderbank.com or come visit with me at the bank. Border Bank, customer first, community focused. Member FDIC.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
The The unique strengths of Rainy River lie in the fact that you're going to be supported by faculty and staff, and you're going to be supported by the community.
You know all the professors by name, they all know you by name. We're not just a number, like we actually have a face to the name, which is honestly pretty good. I like it. I'm known, everybody else is known in the school. It makes it feel more comfortable to be here, especially being so far away from home.
Fall is a busy season for local businesses. New projects, fresh goals, and big ideas. At TrueStar, we understand what it takes to grow something real because we're right here with you. I'm Ryan Tamevi with TrueStar. Whether you're expanding your shop, upgrading equipment, or planning ahead, we're here to help you move forward with a business loan that fits. TrueStar Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. Follow us on social media.
Ready to ride into fall? Hi, this is Tony Skifstrom at Border Bank. Whether it's an ATV for backwoods thrills or a truck built for bonfire season, Border Bank makes it easy to gear up with a consumer loan that fits your lifestyle. Fast decisions, competitive rates, hometown service that goes the extra mile. So don't just rake leaves, run them over. Apply today at borderbank.com or come visit with me at the bank. Border Bank, customer first, community focused. Member FDIC.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Clear skies tonight with a low temperature of 27 degrees, -3 Celsius. A few showers possible late Saturday afternoon, otherwise sunny.
Welcome back to the Rainy River, Minnesota North College Press Box on Lakes Country 104.1 KSDM and yourliveevent.com. Start your voyage at the Rainy River campus. Your future awaits you right here in your own backyard. Rainy River, Minnesota North College, 218-598-9300. The PCA scoreboard says the final score between the Broncos and the Rails. The Proctor Rails got a dominant 18-7 win over the home team Broncos. It took back-to-back strong innings of hitting for the Proctor Rails to come away with the win here today. Ended up scoring, getting a 6-run, a 4-run, a 6-run, and then a 7-run inning in the second, third, and fourth inning to help seal the win for them today. And now the Broncos are looking to try and bounce back in their next game coming up. But first, they'll get the weekend off. They'll get to enjoy the weekend before they are back on the field. And so now it is time for our post-game player awards for the Broncos here today. Of course, starting off with the Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Going to give it to number 13, Jens Bilbin. He went 3 for 3 at the plate, had 2 RBIs, and was very strong base running for the Broncos, as well as played some good defense from the shortstop position. And so Jens Bilbin is the Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, and your Domino's Pizza Player of the Game, and getting the free pizza from Domino's is going to be number 7, Caleb Jocelyn. He also went 3 for 3, scored 3 runs, had an RBI, and also closed out the game on the pitching mound, throwing 2 strikeouts for the Broncos. And so Caleb Jocelyn is the Domino's Pizza Player of the Game for both his hitting and pitching today. Sadly, wasn't able to get the dub today. Final score on the PCA scoreboard: the Proctor Rails 18, the Marshall Falls Broncos 7. And before the game, we had our the local VW Post 2948 National Anthem sponsor, as well as our Border Chevrolet GMC keys to the game. And throughout the game, we had our scoreboard updates brought to you by Packaging Corporation of America. And every strikeout, Caleb Jocelyn threw 2, Asen Costow threw 1 strikeout. And those are brought to you by Service Master of International Falls. For a home professional clean all year round, call Service Master at 218-283-4475. Todd and Gresham are going to take great care of you. Oh, Excuse me. Oh my gosh, what just happened there? Sorry, I'm suffering from a cold right now. Where was I? Yes. Service Master sponsor. Oh, and then of course we have our post game player awards sponsors, and those are Domino's Pizza, Caleb Justin, our Domino's Pizza player of the game. If you're looking for a quick, easy, and delicious dinner, then look no further than your local Domino's with more than just pizza. Domino's is the perfect carryout after the game, or have it delivered. So great deals are always happening at Domino's. 283-3444. Make Domino's your lunch or dinner destination today. And Caleb Justin will receive a free pizza from Domino's in International Falls. And the Enbridge Energy Player of the game, Jens Bilbin. And so stay tuned for what's to come here. Tune in tomorrow morning for the Coach's Corner live on Lakes Country 104.1 KSDM starting at 9 a.m. live from Hardee's. This is Augie Schmidt signing out. You are listening to Lakes Country 104.1 KSDM and watching on YourLiveEvent.com. Final score, the International Falls Broncos 7 falling to the Proctor Rails 18 on the PCA scoreboard. Thanks for tuning in.